orientation is over, and we finished up the last video you've seen. We finished up on Saturday or whatever. Well, we'll come back in on Monday to do the graduation or whatever they want to call it. Just did some paperwork. I'm not exactly sure what we did. It was a lot of sitting around, I think doing like 401k and doing stuff like that, setting that stuff up, setting your insurance up, and basically getting ready to go out with a trainer. So I got my little cheat sheet in front of me. We're going to talk about the first week of training, because the first week of training is now over. So like I said, finished up Monday, and I was thrown onto a plane Monday evening. I think I left the terminal about 3:30, and went back to the hotel, packed up all my stuff, and was at the airport at 4:30. It was a big rush around. Got to the airport, had to go to Denver, Colorado. So from Tulsa, Oklahoma to Denver, Colorado. Got to Denver 9:30 at night. It was snowing. It was like 70 degrees in Tulsa when I left. It was snowing when I got to Denver. Grabbed an Uber and went 15 miles from the airport to a TA truck stop at 9:30, 9:45, 10 o'clock at night, something like that, and met my trainer. So got in the truck, basically got in the truck and went to bed because we had to wake up at 6 o'clock, which isn't super early, but I just took a 3-hour plane flight, had been up since 6 that morning. It was 10 at night, so I was just worn out from the plane flight and everything like that. So anyways, like I said, got in the trainer truck on Monday night. Woke up Tuesday morning, and he had a double stop load. First load delivered in Denver, Colorado, the town we was in. We actually maybe 15 miles from the truck stop. I don't know if it's that far. Went over there and dropped 4 or 5 pallets off at that place. And that was first thing Tuesday morning. And then we drove to Salt Lake City, Utah for a Wednesday morning delivery. And he drove most of the way on Tuesday. I think I started driving around, it was after lunch, I don't know, 2 o'clock maybe. And finished out the day driving on Tuesday to Salt Lake City. And I think I drove about 230 miles. That's what I wrote down. 230 miles on Tuesday. Woke up Wednesday morning. We stopped at a rest area, and it actually snowed. We got about an inch of snow. So I had to drive in the snow on Wednesday morning, which was a little sketchy, but it wasn't too bad. We came down off I wouldn't call it a mountain. It was a pretty steep grade hill, maybe. I don't know what you'd call it, but once we got to the bottom, the snow was pretty much melted. The roads were just wet. It wasn't bad at all. And made our second drop in Salt Lake City, Utah. And then from there, we went over, I think we went about 140 something miles, 148 miles if I remember correctly. I don't got it written down, but I think it was 148 miles in Utah, and picked up a non-tarp load of stairs and rails that was going to Albuquerque, New Mexico. So we picked it up Wednesday. I think Wednesday I drove 295 miles. And then we drove all day Thursday, and I drove 400 miles on Thursday, and got to Albuquerque, New Mexico on Thursday evening about 6:30. Parked in a little Circle K, I wouldn't call it a truck stop, a gas station. And yeah, spent the night there. Woke up Friday morning, delivered, I think we was 15 miles away from the drop-off on Friday morning, and went over to our drop-off, dropped that off. And then once we got that dropped off, I think we got done around 9:30 maybe. I think the delivery was 8. And I think we were unloaded. They unloaded us pretty quick over there. Then we went over to the TA truck stop in Albuquerque, and we had to do a repower with another driver. So that was Friday. We got that trailer, I think it was about 12 o'clock, 12:30. We pulled out of Albuquerque going to Los Angeles. So I drove 378 miles on Friday, and we stopped in Williams, Arizona on Friday night. Started driving Saturday morning. Let's see where we're at. Drove from Williams, Arizona to Barstow, California, which was 325 miles. And I think we got in Barstow around I'm going to say 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't exactly remember. And we took a 34-hour restart on Sunday. So that ended out my first week with the trainer. On Sunday, like I said, we did a 34-hour restart, so I didn't have any miles on Sunday. So for the first week, I drove 1,764 miles. I think my trainer drove maybe 400 on Monday or on Tuesday. We had 2 tarp loads. The second load we didn't tarp out as the repower, but it had a tarp on it, so we didn't get paid for the second tarp load. We got 1 extra stop and 1 repower. So that was week 1 of training. Like I said, 1,764 miles that I drove. I think totally, it was right around 2,000 is what was paid to the truck that week. Yeah, so that was it. That was the first week. We shut down in California, took a 34-hour restart, and got ready for a delivery in Los Angeles for Monday morning. But that was it. First week of training, pretty easy. Maybe not pretty easy, but my trainer's pretty laid back. My trainer was pretty laid back. Pretty cool about everything. Got to see some pretty nice scenery going through from Salt Lake City down through Colorado on 70 and down through heading to New Mexico and into New Mexico. Got to see some really, really awesome scenery on them routes. Stuff that I've never seen before. I've never really been west of the Mississippi once. I went to Salt Lake City before, but I really don't remember it that much. But anyways, that's it. Week 1 of training. After getting done with orientation, we got a delivery in Los Angeles on Monday morning, so that'll be fun. So that's going to do it for this video. Stay tuned. We'll be doing the week 2. And just remember, if you got any questions, put them in the comments section. And I'm going to do a video where I go through, answer any questions, all questions about orientation and training at Melton Truck Lines. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and the next video should be coming out in the next couple of days.